Hi guys, I just thought I would do a quick video, really just a quick one, talking about my latest movie haul. I see a lot of people do book hauls, especially because I follow a lot of classic book people, and they do their classic book hauls, but I haven't seen very many classic movie hauls. And I am a gal that likes her DVDs. I'm a hard copy person. Where I live, the internet goes out a lot. More often than the power goes out. So I would rather have a DVD any day. So I just thought I'd share with you my latest haul. Once in a while I treat myself to a few, and it's always so fun. So I thought maybe you'd be interested. I'm gonna start it off by saying I buy a lot of my DVDs from Amazon. I like to go through their sellers to try to do like small business, support small business. Excuse me. And I find a lot of good movies used for a lot cheaper. So I really like to do that. I've heard of people doing thrift books for used DVDs, but I have not had the greatest luck with that. Oftentimes what I'm looking for is kind of hard to find, and I have much better luck going to Amazon. Some of my favorite sellers are, I don't think it's very small business, but I really love Go Peachy, and HPB seems to be pretty good as well. And then I also have definitely come across some mom and pop shops where they write me a personal thank you note, and I really appreciate that. So I'll just dive right in. The first one that I ordered that I'm really excited about is The Women. Oh, is it showing it backwards? I hope it isn't, but I guess if it is, whatever. Anyway, I really was excited to get this one. It stars Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, and Rosalind Russell, and it was done in 1937, I believe. I think it was 37 or 39. And it just seemed like such a fun movie all about women. And apparently the director, George Cukor, who is one of my favorite directors, he made sure that no males appeared on the screen at all. Even the animals were all female, all the children were little girls, and all of the adults were women. And any art, I think I heard, that was in the background, he made sure that none of them were male men or animals or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. So it seemed like it would be very witty from everything I read. And I'm really excited to try this. So if you've watched it, let me know what you think. The second thing I picked up was Stage Door, and it is starring Katharine Hepburn, Ginger Rogers, Adolphe Menjou, and Lucille Ball. And one of Lucille Ball's earliest parts, maybe her earliest. This also looked like the script was just going to be really sharp-witted and engaging. So I was really excited about this one. And this was done in 37 as well. So I'm really excited about this one. I am a big Edna Ferber fan, and I guess she had written the original stage play with George S. Kaufman. And I discovered her works years ago when I picked up the movie Giant and found out that it was a book originally, and I fell in love with her works. So I've been kind of watching for some of her movies that were, or the movies that were based on her works. Apparently this one they twisted a lot and tweaked and edited from the original play, but I wanted to give it a try. My next one is History is Made at Night, starring Jean Arthur and Charles Boyer, and directed by Frank Borzage, I believe was his name. I'm new to his stuff. Anyway, can't find it. Anyway, it looked really good. It looked like a really multi-layered film. When I read the description, it says it passes through a dizzying array of tonal shifts from melodrama to romantic comedy to noir to disaster thriller, smoothly guided by Borzage's unwavering allegiance to the power of love. Now, I just thought that sounded really good, and it sounded like it had so much to it. I guess this woman is on the run through Europe from her wealthy, cruelly possessive husband, and she's thrown together by fate with a suave stranger. And soon the two are bound in a consuming, seemingly impossible affair that stretches across continents and brings them to the very edge of catastrophe. I love Jean Arthur. She's my favorite actress at this point. Everything she's in, she's so grounded and so genuine and warm. She's just great. And it's sad that she's not talked about a lot. She's not talked about as much as Audrey Hepburn and Katharine Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe. And it's too bad because she was really a really good actress. So I'm really excited about this one. Oh, and it's also a Criterion collection. I love the Criterion Theater. I treat myself to one of theirs now and then because oftentimes they have the stuff that's harder to find. And this was on sale. So whenever they're like 50% off, I watch them through Amazon, and I have quite a few on my list. I also have their Only Angels Have Wings, which is a really good edition if you don't have that yet. Okay, this one has been on my list for, I'm thinking like 4 or 5 years. Nope, longer than that. I'm thinking about 7 to 10 years, and I have never seen it. And it's embarrassing because I love my old movies, but I have never seen this. And it is The African Queen with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. It came up $5, and after I had done this order of the movies I just showed you, this one came up. My mom had to do another order a couple days later, and we missed our 24-hour slot to add something in and get free shipping. So she needed like $3 to get her free shipping. We're too cheap to buy Prime, by the way. So she's like looking for something that's $3, and I found this movie and I said, oh my gosh, it's $5. I'm gonna get it. So we popped it in the cart. It sounded like this adventurous kind of love story, but also a lot of adventure. And I'm assuming it feels like there's going to be quite a comic element to it as well, because I know Katharine Hepburn and I know Bogey, and I think that their chemistry is going to be really interesting. Let's see, what was it? It was the story chronicles the burgeoning romance between Bogey's river rat, Charlie Allnut, and Hepburn's missionary, Rose Sayers. So that right there sounds pretty contradictory, as they reluctantly join forces to torpedo a German gunboat in war-torn East Africa. And apparently it won an Academy Award, I think, yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to see their chemistry and the contrast that they present to each other. And finally, I finally bought it. I saw this movie for the first time about 3 years ago, and it was so moving. It was a very human story, and it really stuck with me. And the first time I watched it, I walked away feeling so full. There was so much to it. And I knew I wanted to own it, but one thing came up and another, and I finally told myself the other day, since then I've gotten more into Elia Kazan's works, and I've gotten to really appreciate his style and Marlon Brando, and so I finally ordered On the Waterfront. This is, it's a fantastic film. I did break down and watch this the other night after it came. I was blown away. The acting is phenomenal, the directing is phenomenal, and the storyline and the script are phenomenal. And it's such a moving story. It's so important. It's timeless, and I'm gonna have to do a video all about On the Waterfront in the future. I don't know when, but I will be doing it because this is on probably my top 25 great films list for me personally. You don't all have to feel that way, but I love it. It was so moving, and I'm so glad I watched it a second time, because I knew oftentimes when I come to a film for the first time, I walk away feeling so full, especially with the classics and the scripts and the layering. I walk away feeling so full of, just so moved, and it feels not heavy, but you just feel like it was a full meal that you want to taste again, I guess. And I just wanted to go back to it. Oftentimes that happens to me, and then I go back, and I have found consistently that when I go back the second time, I absorb so much more of it because I already kind of get the general storyline, and then I'm able to focus more on the scripts or the performances or the directing, any layered nuance that I missed the first time around. And I found that consistently with myself, is the first time my brain's just whirling with the newness of it and the freshness of it and following it. And I walk away just knowing, oh my goodness, that's one I definitely want to watch again. And this did not disappoint. This is definitely worth watching multiple times in your lifetime. So anyway, that was my haul for this past month or whatever. Let me know if you've seen any of these and if you like them, or if you hate them, let me know. I'm really excited to get into these, and I'm hoping to watch a couple by the end of this year, but maybe not. I think they're still running, oh my goodness, It's a Wonderful Life tonight on NBC. So Merry Christmas Eve. Maybe turn that on if you haven't seen it yet. Definitely worth a watch. I'm going to watch it tonight, but I'm going to watch it on my DVD so I can pause whenever I want for snacks or so you guys have a great day and have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you later.